Chris Cord. Chris Cord.
How would you like some peanut butter with that jelly sandwich? Motherfucker.
Hey, ho, it's the Chris Cord Show. Hey, ho.
This show is brought to you by...
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Chris Cord Show. It is good to be back. We weren't here last time because we were at Metal Fest. Well, some of us were.
Two of us were.
Two.
Well, 2.5.
Two.
Or 1.5.
Two and a half?
1.5. 1.5.
What happened to a half?
I showed up halfway through the show.
Oh, okay.
I was at work. I got stuck.
Oh, yeah. There is a story, though. But before I get to that story, Tim is also here again joining us. Thank you, Tim, for
Thanks for
coming
having
by.
me.
Oh, no problem, buddy. You're always welcome here, especially when you bring these whiskey chocolates. I didn't actually eat mine, so I'm going to eat it now. You brought whiskey chocolates, right?
These are delicious.
Polish whiskey chocolates.
They are yummy.
Ah.
Now we're all going to take a minute to eat chocolate.
Oh, they're going to have to wait. You know, they melt in your mouth.
Cheers whiskey.
Uh-huh.
What's it say on the side?
I have no idea.
You're the Polish.
The Polish.
The Polish. So
That's just what the ladies call me.
we went to Metal Fest last week. What is Metal Fest? Well, I could tell you what I thought it was and what it was. So Metal Fest,
It pretty much was what I thought it was going to be.
I didn't think it would be that. I'm not downing. I'm not. So it's a Metal Fest that's happens at Pollyanna Brewery, a local brewery.
no.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
One Allegiance.
That's because I'm One Allegiance Brewery, a local brewery around us, and they do have pretty good beers. The brewery's really good. So we went there. I went there last Friday with Wes and Jamie, who was on the podcast doing the Muppet podcast. If you guys listen to that, and it was everyone was dressed in goth, like face paint. I actually wanted to do it, and I totally forgot to do it. I was gonna dress in like goth ass shit, and everyone was dressed, and it was kind of cool. That part was cool. They had a tent up. I thought it was gonna be more like metal, but like mixed in with new metal, mixed in with like maybe Metallica, Megadeth, or
Slayer.
Slayer, stuff like that. It was not that.
What was it?
It was all scream fucking goth. Like
Scream
it was
goth?
Like, yeah. It was just
Oh, no way.
All the bands.
every single band. There was 4 bands. And 4 bands, and that's all it was. People were moshing, including myself, and Wes got into it. And I hurt my foot really bad.
Yeah, how did that go? Because you called me. You're like, Mike, I broke my foot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit, I'm downtown.
I
Like,
never broke my foot, but didn't we call him?
You called him and said, I broke my foot. Matt and Wes left me. I need a ride home. I was there with
that
them.
was at like 1 in the morning.
I was there with them
Yeah,
saying,
we were
yes,
getting
let's
White
do
Castle.
this.
We were getting White Castle, but so the band's finished. I lost my watch. I fucked up my shoulder.
Oh, jeez.
Broke
and
your foot.
I didn't break it, but
You basically
it feels
broke
better
it.
now.
What happened? What?
I just got into a mosh, and then we were moshing.
And
around.
he's not 20 anymore.
Caught in a mosh.
Apparently I'm not 20 years old anymore. But that happened. Whatever. It was a good time. But the bands are all like that. So afterwards, in the beginning, I went out to one of the bands and I said, "Hey, do you want to do an interview? I have a podcast, about local music and stuff, and then what we're playing." And the guy said, "Yeah, that's cool. We've never done that, so that's really cool. I'll do it. That's cool. Just come and catch us later." Cool. the show goes on. I talked to another guy.
One guy said he was scared to do it.
Yeah, he did. And then
Well, he was like, "Well, you're on a podcast." He's like, "I haven't done that before." And he's like, "I think I'm a little nervous about it." Like this was what Chris was telling me, and he's like, "What do you guys? Where are you guys like? You know, where can you hear it?" And Chris is like, "Oh, you know, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts,
Yeah.
like all the Spotify, all the big ones." He's like, "Oh, you're on those platforms?"
I said, I assure you, sir, it's we pay.
We do pay. We don't get paid. We pay.
But and then I asked the guy at the end when you were there,
Yeah.
and
And he was just like, "Yeah."
No
and then
one
he walked
seemed
away
like-
and started doing shots with other people.
no one seemed like they wanted to do interviews. Like, and I had my little Zoom microphone. I was about to do interviews, but no one wanted to do them. They were just kind of.
They were hanging out with their friends.
They were hanging out with their
Yeah.
friends, which it's fine, you know. But they were doing that. I was gonna get some music from them and, talk to them about stuff, and no one wanted to talk. No one wanted
Do you
to.
have something that can convert cassette to digital?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
They had cassettes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
They did
Yeah.
at their little
homemade.
merch tables.
Like they had the cassette box, they had their own homemade label inside, and then it was like the Maxwell recording cassette inside.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
It was cute. But so then I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go get White Castle. Let's just not do
Do you
this.
have a cassette player?
I
You
do.
listen
Yeah.
to it?
Mm-hmm. I didn't buy a cassette or anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get anything.
We were gonna try to get one for free,
Oh.
so we wouldn't have to pay for the music.
Gotcha.
Well, we're showcasing.
We're
the
gonna
music.
showcase their songs. We'd have to pick one and rip it off the cassette, which is fun. But
Right.
it's like we have to do this work anyway. You might as well just give it to us.
So you said the one guy was up for it initially. What happened? Did you follow up with him later?
well, he had like 3 guys initially.
Yeah, that's
We followed up, and they were still like,
Yeah, they
"Come back later."
Yeah, they said come
Oh,
back later,
yeah.
and then it was getting late. I was tired because I was all fucking beaten up by the mosh pit and shit, and I was like,
And
all
we
right,
were
so-
drinking all night.
Yeah, and we were sitting there just in the middle, basically, of everything, and just so like when they were ready, they could come up to us, and no one was coming up to us, so I just said, all right, well, let's just go.
Now, do you think how much makeup was involved in the show?
Oh, a fuck ton. There was.
I didn't
so
see the
much
first 2
makeup.
bands, but the last band, everyone was wearing makeup.
Everyone, yeah.
Do you think it
And
was
like
the
one
lack
guy,
of makeup?
one
that-
guy had makeup all over his body.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that had to be warm. It was
Probably.
warm that day.
Oh, it was warm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But it reminded me a lot of when we were in high school and we would see bands like that. And I'm not I'm not a big fan of that music.
Me neither. Would you go back to Metal Fest next year?
Would I go back to the Metal Fest?
Well, from my understanding, the Metal Fest last year was like I guess 2 of the same bands.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I would go back just because it's something to do. I wouldn't go back for the bands. That I will say. And I don't want to name any of the bands or anything, but I wouldn't go back for the bands.
I mean, half their logos you couldn't read anyway.
Right. Yeah. So that was Metal Fest. So that's what you guys missed.
Well, I feel bad.
Oh, you shouldn't
Do
feel
you?
bad.
I feel really bad.
We need to play that audio recording that you recorded from Mike later.
I should. I
We,
did.
we were yelling at you on the audio recording. The Zoom.
That's when we were drunk, and I was like standing waiting for bands, and I pretty much was just like, all right, well, we're sitting here waiting for bands, and no one's fucking coming, so we're just gonna talk to myself. I got Matt here, and then we're kind of conversing about that, and yeah, I'll play it for you guys later. But that was Metal Fest. Let's get into our band.
Let's get into our
Or
band.
it's artist, right?
Yeah, well, the artist today is Nils Landgren.
Nils Landgren.
And this is off his Eternal Beauty CD. And it's a cover of Isn't It a Pity?
And who's that by? Who's
George Harrison.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Let's give it a listen here on the Chris Cord Show.
Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain? How we take each other's love without thinking anymore. forgetting to give back. Isn't it a pity? Some things take too long, but how do I explain when not too many people can see we're all the same? And because of all their tears, your eyes can't hope to see the beauty that surrounds them. Now isn't it a pity? Isn't it a pity? Now isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain? How we take each other's love without thinking anymore, forgetting to give back. Isn't it a pity?
Like our podcast through your speakers?
Yes.
Do you like our voices?
Yes, yes.
Well, now we are on YouTube, where you can hear our voices.
And that's it. No video.
But now, you can just hit up your YouTube app on your motherfucking phone and listen to us on the way home.
Search us on YouTube and listen to the audio. And just look at our logo.
All right, well, that was Nils Landgren with Isn't It a Pity? And I hope you all enjoyed that one very much. Chris, what was your opinion on this? Fantastic.
Oh, thank you. So George Harrison, Isn't It a Pity, right? Probably one of my...
It is so sad that he's so soon.
Probably one of my favorite songs by George Harrison. One of them. That you took there and you put it on the podcast, and I will say that it was great. You know, the trumpet part I really enjoyed. I think he did a very good job with it. How old is he?
Tasteful. I would say tasteful. He was born in 1956.
19. Okay, yeah, he sounded like an older guy.
Yeah, a little bit of an older guy.
Has this guy done? Because that name sounds so familiar.
He's been around for a long time. So he's been active since 1978.
Oh, okay.
Doing just random things. He's into R&B.
So we're breaking
and
the rules
funk.
a little tonight.
Just because he's been around doesn't mean he's necessarily well known.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So I mean that's
no,
kind of the.
I'm fine if you want to break rules. That's fine.
You know what?
It's supposed to be new.
I'm skating
music.
the edge. This is
Dang.
new.
He ain't new.
And he's current.
He's old.
What are we?
We're new. Ish.
Newish. I like that.
I think we're vintage at this point.
Are we?
We're lightly used.
I'm heavily used. First of all.
So no, I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, he did sound like an older guy, and I kind of like that old man sound. Like Johnny Cash had an older man sound.
He had that since he was a young man, though.
He did. But like at the end, you could hear that like raspy older man. I mean, all the older artists have it, obviously, because they're older. But
right,
I really, really enjoy that. It just shows that true pain and
yeah, there's something
suffering
sweet and somber about
they
it.
went through. Oh, I went the opposite way, but yeah.
Oh,
sweet and somber or pain and suffering, it doesn't matter. No, but I did enjoy it. Now, so he has a lot of stuff on like streaming platforms and stuff like this, right?
yeah, he's got some stuff here and there.
Yeah. So is he on like Bandcamp or anything, or is he just?
You can find his stuff on Bandcamp. You can find some of his recordings on YouTube. A little bit of background on Nils Landgren. He is a Swedish R&B, funk, and jazz trombone player and singer.
Oh, so it's not a trumpet.
That was a trombone you were
wow.
hearing, which I thought was you don't see too many
I'm
people
a big
rocking the
dummy.
trombone.
I'm a big dummy.
No.
Did you
fine.
think that was a trombone, or is it?
It's a brass section instrument. It's fine.
But I'm a big dummy.
They all sound the same to you?
I mean, there's different levels of what they sound like, but they're all brass.
Yeah.
As a former trumpet player, I have to say I detest that statement.
Dang.
That's fine. Do you still play trumpet?
I haven't played in a while.
Yeah. See.
I don't have any place
Why?
to play it.
Because it sounded the same as all the other brass instruments.
No.
Damn. All right, go ahead, Mike.
What?
Oh, I don't know. Were you going to say something?
Oh, no. No, that's pretty much. He's known as the man with the red horn, and he's got a red trombone.
Oh,
so if you
it's
see a
red
guy
one.
playing a red trombone, that's probably our
That's
buddy
probably
Nils.
Nils.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, what's up, Nilly?
Our sweetest little
Good job with that.
trombone player.
Yeah, good job with that. What'd you guys think?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good take on it.
Yeah. I really like the trombone part. I like that, But see, that's why I like...
I know you're one for the bone.
Yeah, I like the bone. I'm a huge fan of Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Now, so if you've ever listened to Bitches Brew, which is, So What is like his biggest album that everyone knows. But Bitches Brew, if you ever get a chance, listen to that album by Miles Davis. And it has those kind of somber moments in trumpet, but it has that kind of funky
right
type that you were talking about. So
that's a timeless record by Miles Davis.
Bitches Brew? Yeah, fucking, oh my God.
I remember
will
being in
fuck it.
college, and they were that was part of the course that we had to study. We had to study Bitches Brew.
Yeah, so good. Just drinking whiskey here.
No, it's fine. Keep going with it. You
All
got
right.
whiskey and chicken wings going on there, buddy.
I do.
Where's the chicken wings from? They look delicious.
Anytizers. You put them in the air fryer and they're done.
They don't look like they were frozen.
Yeah, they don't, because it's anytizers.
Mm.
Yeah, anytime of the zers.
I don't think that's what it means, but okay.
So Glastonbury is happening. Is that how you say that all this time?
Glastonbury, yeah.
Glastonbury, yeah. And the band called the Churn-Ups played. They were on the bill, and everyone was like, who the fuck are...
There's usually one band at Glastonbury that no one knows about.
No one knew about that.
Yeah.
The Churn-Ups, okay? And they were kind of going late. And
Is
everyone's
it the
like...
turn-ups or the churn-ups?
The churn.
Churn-ups, okay.
Churn-Ups. And everyone's like, why the fuck? We never heard of this band. Why are they going late? Well, what do you know? Someone with the blue guitar comes out. It's Dave Grohl.
Seriously?
Yeah. It was the Foo Fighters. They made a surprise return to Glastonbury.
Wow.
He strolled on to the stage and did a surprise set with the Foo Fighters. And then he said, you guys knew it was us the whole time, didn't you? It's nice to see your faces again. And what they're saying is that he really didn't talk too much. They just blasted through all their fucking greatest hits. Because he said, we've only got 1 hour, so we got to make sure we fit in all the songs we can. So he didn't talk during any of the songs. He just one right after another, just fucking jammed
Nothing
them
wrong
all
with
out.
that.
No.
That's amazing.
And this just excites me more because, A, we talked about Dave Grohl again on the podcast. And B, Tim is wearing a Foo Fighters shirt.
I didn't even realize it was a Foo
Diffuse.
Fighters shirt. I just assumed it was
Diffuse.
a Bears.
I seen it as soon as he walked in, and I wanted to mention it on the podcast, and I wanted to mention it this time.
I saw
That
it
is
earlier. I didn't
amazing.
say anything about it, but I saw it earlier.
Yeah, you got that when we went to the Soldier
Yeah.
Field show, yeah.
No, Wrigley Field.
Wrigley Field, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. That was another great show.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. But, we're going to go see him at the Harley Davidson show, and I'm excited, They're doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to be covering one of his newer, one of the newer Foo Fighters song on the newer album on my show Sunday, so I'm excited about that. Probably going to cry like a little bitch, but, it's fine.
I'm pretty sure the Mike's picked that up.
But they also did snippets of Enter Sandman, Black Sabbath's Paranoid, and Beastie Boys' Sabotage.
It smells like farts and wigs. It's terrible.
Did it? Paul McCartney came out gay.
Is that real?
No, happy. That's what I meant in the 60s. He is happy to announce that there is going to be one last new Beatles song.
I heard about this.
Yep. AI, artificial intelligence. He's able to do now. It's not what you're thinking. It's not anything artificial about it, because I guess Paul McCartney is getting a lot of shit for this. And they're saying, "Well, why would you do anything artificial? It's the Beatles." And he said, "There's nothing artificial in the new Beatles song that's made using AI. What it is they were able to take John Lennon's voice and get it pure through AI. So meaning that there's no his piano like in the background, guitar in the background. It doesn't sound like it was, done through a tape recorder. And then they can mix the record as you normally would do, and then it gives you some sort of leeway to do something with it, which is we know, or maybe some of you don't know, that Freebird and Real Love, a newer Beatles song that came out in the mid-'90s with the Beatles anthology, they did that, but we didn't have AI. We had Jeff Lynne, ELO. He's the one who produced all that stuff. And everyone was always asking about Here and Then, I think it's called, Now and Then, which they were going to release then, but they didn't want to, whatever. George Harrison didn't think it was good, whatever. So now they're going to release one final Beatles song.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah. And supposedly George Harrison already worked on it during the Beatles anthology, but they never actually released that one.
Oh.
So George is on it. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hey guys, what new albums are coming out these days?
New releases.
New album.
All right, June 23rd. That is today. Go and pick these albums out if you want to listen to them. Support your local record stores as well. Let's start it off with Albert Hammond Jr. from The Strokes. Melodies on Hiatus.
Big Freedia? Central City.
Cable ties all her plants.
Coy, Larry, Coy.
Corey Hansen. Corey Hansen. Western Come.
Geese, 3D Country.
Jason Mraz, mystical, magical, rhythmical, radical ride.
Kelly Clarkson, Chemistry.
Oh, shit. Kim Petras. Feed the Beast.
M. Ward, Supernatural Thing.
Portugal the Man, Chris Black changed my life.
Y. Oak. Every day like the last.
And there it is. That is all the albums. It's a short list this time. We haven't had a short list in a while. June 23rd, go and pick them out. Remember to support your local record stores as well, because that's what we're all about. Instead of streaming things like, Matt does all the time. He never buys albums.
I bought 2 albums in the last week.
So that's all we got. So go and check those albums out. Big one there I can say is probably Albert Hammond Jr. from the Strokes. I think that will probably be good. But Kelly Clarkson, I know you're going to check out.
God. I'm going to buy that right now.
Are you hot and you're cold? Is that Kelly
always hot.
Clarkson? Yeah. I don't know.
No, that's Katy Perry.
Oh, Katy Perry. Yeah. So that's it. So yeah, I'm excited about this new Beatles song. You have any takes on it? I feel like you're thinking about something, Mike.
I'm just thinking about.
Is Paul and Ringo both working on it?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's really a Paul and Ringo / computer song.
Yeah. But John Lennon created the song, recorded it on his home track.
Okay.
Then they brought it in the 90s during the Beatles anthology. George Harrison, well, they all worked on it, but George Harrison worked on it, did his stuff on it. They decided not to release it because of the song. They couldn't get John's voice out of, well, now with AI, they can do that. So now Paul McCartney and Ringo are going to go and take a stab at it. So
I think it's kind of amazing. I think it's kind of fun to see what they can do. I'm wondering when they're going to get to the point that they chop up different takes of John Lennon's voice.
Well, the thing is,
and
if they
start
get
using that
the,
as real John Lennon.
if they get the AI to actually learn his voice proper, they don't even need to chop anything up. The AI can just simulate it all.
Exactly.
But they don't want to do that. That's Paul's biggest thing. He doesn't want anything that's not what John did.
But here's the thing. Now, say you take all this raw John Lennon vocal data and you put it into AI. AI can automatically chop those words out.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you can use...
Oh, you mean to, splice it?
Yeah. So AI is going to say, here's a list of all the words that we have John Lennon singing.
Yeah.
Write a song. Write some...
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you could do that. Yeah.
How crazy would that
Well, you
be?
could do that with anything. I mean, I was searching on YouTube, and there was Paul McCartney doing Only God Knows Why, which Paul came out and said that, like, that's his favorite song. And you can hear it on YouTube. It sounds almost identical, and I know the Beatles' voices. Like, I could tell if something's off, whatever. But this sounds fucking so identical to his voice. I am not bullshitting you. Like, it sounds so fucking close. It's crazy. Like, the stuff that they're doing. They did it with a bunch of artists. I mean, they have Kurt Cobain singing, like, different things, and...
I wonder what it's like having Kurt Cobain sing Foo Fighter songs.
Oh, that's a good one. Or Dave Grohl singing a Nirvana song.
Could see that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Kurt Cobain singing WAP.
WAP. WAP. It's WAP.
Whatever.
Get it right.
Wet ass pussy.
Yeah. Magical lyrics. Do you want me to go
Are you
over
going to
those
sing
lyrics?
this again? Do not do this again.
You don't even know poetry when you look at it. Yeah.
I keep smelling farts and chicken wings.
I want to talk about this. This has nothing to do with music. Mike, do you have any news or anything? Because this is going to be probably a little bit.
Well, I mean, if you got something,
go ahead.
I could save this for later because it was just
go ahead.
It's not a story; it's just a talking point.
Smells like shit.
Okay.
in here.
Is that his talking point?
No, his asshole smells like shit.
All right.
I don't know why you're sticking your nose there, sir.
No, your problem is you're putting your asshole everywhere.
So this is probably something like that's in the news now, and
My asshole.
Yeah. So I kind of wanted to talk about this because
Well,
I'm
go for
really interested in it.
You seem
The
excited.
submarine.
The sub, the Titan.
Was it yellow? Was it?
It wasn't yellow.
Oh,
No.
Mike obviously never heard about this. I only heard about it today.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You see, I've been researching it all.
I didn't know anything about it. I don't
fucking
watch
I
week.
the
haven't been
news, though.
researching it, but I've heard about it. Yeah.
You never heard about it?
No, I heard about it.
He heard about the Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
The Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
Thank God none of the Beatles were in it.
Ringo.
Yeah. You think they were singing that?
I wish that
So
would be great.
you know what happened basically, or should I go through it? That's pretty much how it happened. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they had this thing from Ocean Gate called the Titan. I'll just kind of recap it. I'm sure everyone's heard of it, but it was trying to go down into the waters to go explore the Titanic, And this guy, the CEO, his name slips my mind right now, but they paid $250,000 to this guy, the CEO, and to go down to the Titanic. There was 5 people in there. There was a son and his dad, a dad and a son who they were trying to rekindle the relationship with, and they, all rich people, obviously.
So they got stuck in a submarine under the sea like a bunch of morons.
Pretty much.
Go on.
And, there was, explorers, and the CEO went. So they kept on telling the CEO of the, this Titan of the Ocean Gate, shit's not going good. Like, you have a lot of safety precautions here, and there's a lot of things that can break and will break. If you go deep down into it, they were controlling it with a Xbox 360 controller.
Good idea. Did the Bluetooth die on it?
There was a meme that showed like them going down, and then it says reconnect controller.
Maybe their Wi-Fi connection wasn't good enough. They're getting lag.
Yeah.
The submarine just dropped 100 feet.
They should have had that Xfinity internet,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But so they go down, and so the dive was supposed to be about 2.5 hours, something like that. An hour and 45 minutes, they lose all communication. Everything is gone. So now it's a search to find the Titan. That happened last Sunday.
I mean, it's an expensive submarine, so...
Yeah.
I mean, fuck people inside of it. That's an expensive submarine.
This thing was like a can. It was they said it's the size of a minivan, so it's not big.
No, but it's meant to have a lot of pressure and still sustain life inside.
Correct.
Yeah.
But not they shouldn't have gone to a certain amount.
Right. I think they were planning on going 19,000 feet or something like that.
And I think
what I saw, the Titanic is at 12.5, and like the sub was rated for like 13.5. So they're still pushing it pretty close.
Oh yeah.
But.
And did you hear how you can see the Titanic through the window? You had to be taking a shit. I swear to God.
Oh yeah. No sunlight.
There was like a little curtain where you took the shit. You shit in fucking plastic bags. So you're paying $250,000 to go on a death trap.
I mean, how long were they supposed to be down there?
About 2.5 hours.
Why don't you take a shit before you get on the sub?
Well, yeah, they probably.
I was going to say
But
pressure differential.
I mean, unless you're like Mike and had Taco Bell.
Yeah, Mike probably would have Taco Bell, and then he'd be like, "Oh,
very
fuck."
short episode.
Yeah, well, he would have had Taco Bell and been like, "Oh shit."
This
Literally.
wasn't the first time the sub went down.
No, it was a couple times.
Like
they did
20-something times.
Yeah.
Did they check it for structural integrity?
Apparently not.
I think what happened is
What's this giant crack in the side? Don't worry about that. You're good.
the CEO probably
Got Flex Seal on it.
I mean, it kept that boat floating with the screen door in it.
So what I was saying is, if you go into the bathroom area, the curtain area,
You're very informed about this bathroom.
I've been searching, man.
Well, we know Chris likes his shit.
So was that the best view? Was the
that
bathroom?
was the only view?
Oh, really?
That's where the window was, man.
Then wait, what were they? How did they steer? Didn't the pilot have?
They
any,
used the fucking Xbox.
But what is the guy who's?
There's cameras like that they
Oh,
could see
so
the
cameras on the
TV.
You're
outside,
looking
yeah.
at screens.
Yeah, but
But if you actually want to look out a window and see it, the only window was by
that
where
was
they
the
put the
only
shitter,
view.
which the shitter was a plastic bag.
Well, first of all, that's kind of aggravating. You pay $250,000 to go 2.5 hours down tens of thousands of feet, and you're looking at a screen.
Yeah.
That's like going to a concert.
Why not send
and
a drone?
sitting in lawn?
Why not send a drone
Yeah.
where you won't get crushed by all the pressure of water when you die?
You're just looking at a screen anyways. You don't have to smell anybody.
Yeah.
Imagine how that would smell.
Oh,
but then you're trapped on the boat up top with Mike's Taco Bell farts.
So this window that they're looking out of, when you ship, it wasn't rated either to handle this kind of pressure. The CEO knew that and fired the guy that told him, "No, you can't do that. It's gonna break." He fired him and said, "No, we're gonna do it." So obviously the CEO is, from what I'm reading, a fucking lunatic, fucking just looking out to get money, and just didn't care, stuntman maybe, but took fucking other people with him.
Yeah.
So what they did a search on Monday. They were supposed to run out of oxygen on Thursday. Last Thursday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is yesterday. And they basically said he's dead. But now there was Monday they heard knockings. Sonar knockings. Like every half hour they heard knockings. They thought it was them, just knocking. Well, apparently what now the Navy and, everyone's finding out is that the hour and 45 minutes that it just lost communication, it imploded. So they've been dead since that happened. But what they wanted to do was Ocean Gate didn't want to come out and say, they never seen the Titanic. They just wanted to say, it's a search. They're going to be okay. And, they didn't want to get...
Yeah.
Well, they all died. They're all
Sub
dead.
implodes like that, everyone's going to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
That's probably what the knocking sound was the can crumpling.
Well, that's what they were saying, too, but they said it happened on Sunday. But they also have sounds of when that could have happened at that mark, because there's a big just sound in the water. And they say, obviously, water travels good.
Sound travels
with
through water,
yeah. So, yeah, that was the whole thing. And that's what I've been researching all fucking week, was this stupid fucking Titan.
See, I had heard something about it today, but I just heard that they were searching for the submarine that got lost.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what kind of submarine it was. I didn't know if it was
just a little guy. It was probably as big as my
I didn't know
car.
if it was a naval sub.
Yeah.
Like a Russian sub or a U.S. sub. I didn't know what the hell. I just heard it was a submarine. They were trying to search for it. It got lost.
Yeah. No, just about probably as big as my car.
Let's take that car onto the Titanic.
We might as well.
It's rated for it. We're good. And
There
we
you
have
go.
more windows.
Actually, it kind of looks like the shark that's on Chris's.
I
Oh,
see a
it
black
went
box.
away. It went away. Oh, betrayal. I was gonna say, it kind of looks like the shark that's on Chris's
dick.
Yeah.
You got a shark on your dick?
I don't know.
They call it Jaws.
You should get that as a tattoo. And
There you
then
go.
put Shark Week above your balls.
That's on my my Crocs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's rated to go down to see the Titanic, but cool.
I know you're very well versed in
It just looks
naval.
like it looks like a fucking aluminum can. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like
Right.
it's heavy duty.
Now they did find the fin, that end part there, right?
Oh,
right,
the nose cone?
Yeah, the nose cone. It was next to the Titanic, the bow part,
How perfect.
So we put more litter in the ocean.
right next to the Titanic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was also reading another meme: rich people are Titanic too. Rich people's there. It's probably
I mean, that's kind of fair.
right. So, yeah, that's what I've been researching. I don't know why.
Do you think
I've
as it
been-
was imploding, the CEO grabbed one of the guys and said, "Rose, I love you."
I don't think. Well, it says that they had. If that actually happened, they said that they would have 30 milliseconds to do anything.
Oh, that would have smashed them in
Right.
instantly.
Yeah.
They would have heard cracking, and then it would have been.
Yeah. And goodbye.
Oh, there's the toilet window.
You see the toilet
Down the
window?
toilet window.
Yeah, it's out the back.
See, isn't it a nice view?
That's the best view. I would just be sitting on the toilet the entire time.
Right. I'd be like, sorry, I got fucking diarrhea up in here.
That's the back of it.
Yeah. So the very back of it,
It looks like an anus.
pretty
It
much.
literally looks like an anus. Okay.
It's because it got fucked.
Yeah.
Well, see, they can only put that little window in there because of how much pressure is in there, and obviously it wasn't rated either because it was probably made by like Pella. or Anderson.
Here it is with guys standing next to it. I don't know how you fit 5 guys in there.
Very tightly.
Like they all had to be like
but
riding.
think about it crumpling to nothing in 30 milliseconds with
Yeah.
5 people in it.
Yeah.
It was like a Play-Doh press toy.
Yeah.
They just
Well, I imagine they didn't really feel much.
No, they died instantly. Do you remember that police officer that was getting railed? Like, I think we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, we did.
About with the in the train. Like, they had a train at the the girl. I also I was just reading memes because I thought it was fucking hilarious. They said last time 5 guys got fucked like this was from this chick. You're all going to hell.
You're the one saying that shit. No, but it's a bunch of dumb rich people. They get what they deserve.
I just feel bad for the kid. I mean, he was trying to rekindle the relationship with his
that dad and
father
his kid just paid for a $250,000 funeral and a casket at the bottom of the ocean.
Davy
That's
Jones
true.
locker.
Yeah,
Well, you got to have memorials, so now you got to pay for that.
that's not their concern.
And now,
That's true.
none of these countries know who's going to pay for this. Like, they're all fighting. Who's going to pay for this?
Right, because
US or-
everybody sent out.
Right.
Canada, U.S. and
The Ocean Gate is from U.S., but Ocean Gate might not have to pay for anything because they did sign waivers. They did sign,
yeah, but who's going to have to pay for the search and rescue? I guess the CEO got killed.
The search and rescue will have to pay for it.
Who's that?
No, like the
UN?
the countries that sent their people out, they just got to eat the cost.
Someone's paying for this. I'm not letting this go.
The same thing happens with
probably.
say an airplane gets lost.
Joe Biden will
like off
definitely
radar
just
crash somewhere.
dish out.
Search and rescue goes out and looks for it, and they never find it. Who's going to pay them? Or if they find it and the people are dead, who's going to pay them?
So I guess everybody just sends out a boat, and then it's, for example, dumbing it down. Everybody sends out a boat.
See, if I was the U.S., I'd be like, yeah, get that rowboat, go about 10 feet out, and be like, we don't see them, and come
Right.
back.
But I guess it's nobody pays. Each individual government pays.
Yeah.
And then next time,
Now, if they
say
did-
Canada has an issue, we're going to send out our boat again.
Now, if they
but-
did retrieve it, it was lost communication, they retrieved it, they would, whoever found them would definitely start finding them for all the charges to come out. And anyone else who helped would find the company for the charges. So they might find the company. They might. But the CEO's dead. Company can just get liquidated.
Yeah.
So
I have a feeling that's probably what's going to happen.
I did hear that they already posted a job opening for the CEO.
Are you serious?
I am in.
Are you serious?
Or is that
That's what
or is that a
Andy
dark
said.
joke, Tim?
Holy
No, that's
shit.
what 'cause I made a joke
You
to
wanna-
Andy.
you wanna
To
take a
apply for
submarine?
the CEO, and she's like, they did actually post it. I'm like, seriously?
You want to take a submarine down to see the Titanic? Yeah, the last guys paid $250,000 and they died. I'll charge you $5. $5.
I ain't getting
But
in that.
I come with you.
This is a you thing.
And you got to sign all these waivers saying you might die.
You'll definitely die.
The waiver actually says, I will definitely die.
Yeah. So that's been my obsession this week, and I don't know why.
Well, I know you're really big with all things ocean.
I am. I love the ocean. But I
Aren't you glad you live in the Midwest?
right. That's why I want to move to Arizona.
So there's still no ocean.
That's a desert. There's less water.
That's a
there.
landlocked state.
At least we have a lake.
Right.
Yeah, we have a Great Lake. It's a large lake.
No, I just find the ocean very interesting. I feel like I was on the Titanic or something. I was eaten by a shark or something.
Oh, in a past life.
Yeah, in a past life.
Maybe you were a shark.
Maybe I was a shark.
What if you were a starfish?
He's got a starfish.
That would be a pussy thing to be. Jesus.
Hi, guys.
He's just
Hey,
swimming
guys.
around. Somebody gnaws his fucking arm off.
It'll grow back.
Yeah.
That's the new podcast, Steven the Starfish Show. I'll be Steven. You could be
Starfish.
another starfish. You could be SpongeBob.
I hate SpongeBob.
Like, do you?
Yeah.
Oh. How about the squirrel in SpongeBob?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think he meant he hates the show.
No. Okay. So, there it is. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. That's just what we do. All right. Thank you guys for listening. You can check out all our podcasts out on streaming platforms, YouTube now, if you haven't heard the commercial. And, just keep on listening to us. And we got a show every Friday, Night for That Ass. And if you have a band or a business and you want to promote that band or business, let us know here. We will promote it for you, and, we'll get your shit going. Just pay us fucking whatever. I don't give a fuck. $500,000?
$250,000.
That's right. That's right.
Once again, thank you for listening to The Chris Court Show. Remember, if you have a band or business, or know someone that has a band or business, send all the info and MP3s to chriscourtshow@gmail.com. chicken nuggets, and cranberry sauce.
The Chris Court Show.